Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai dai, yai dai dai dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Yai dai 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 dai. Boker Tov, good morning. We continue our journey through the Shacharit morning service. This morning we begin a new section, Kriyat Shema Uvirchoteha, the recitation of Shema and its blessings. The two sections that we have covered now, Birchot HaShachar, the morning blessings, and Psukei de Zimra, the Psalms of praise, are both a kind of preparation, a way of greeting the morning, a kind of spiritual stretching. And though traditionally they're done in synagogue, they're more individuals praying as individuals in one place, kind of the opposite now. If right now we are, alone together for the first two sections of the morning service, traditionally one is more together alone in the same physical space, but really praying, davening as individuals. We come together really with the next section that we're going to be working our way through now, with Shema and its blessings. And that coming together begins with Baruch Hu, which is a call into community. We are ready to begin the main event, as it were. So this morning I'm going to offer just a short overview of the section, and in coming days we'll dive in with more detail and meditations on specific pieces of it. For the overview, Shema and its blessings is just that. Shema, which is not just the line Shema Yisrael, but 3 paragraphs. And in the morning, 3 blessings that surround it. 2 before and 1 after. These 3 blessings that kind of form a spiritual case around Shema, that encircle it, speak to the primary ways that we as Jews traditionally experience the divine presence in our lives. So the first of these blessings, Yotzer Or, means creator of light, and it speaks of God from the start as just that, the creator of light. This has a kind of twofold association with creation. First, it is, of course, the beginning of the creation story in Genesis. God says, Vayehi Or, let there be light, and there is light. This is the first thing created on day 1. But light is also what essentially creates the new day for each and every one of us, each and every day. We wake up in the morning, and what defines morning is the returning presence of the light. So Yotzer Or recalls biblical creation, and it recalls the creation that begins anew each day. And it really emphasizes the second, which is to say, For the rabbis, creation is not something that happened a long time ago that we read about in Genesis, this 6 days of creation, seventh day, Shabbat. Creation is something that is very much a live, ongoing process. In this prayer we say, God renews each day. Each day continues, renews the work of creation. And we see that very powerfully around us in this spring season. Every day the trees are budding out a little bit more. The leaves grow a little bit darker green. The flowers come up. Creation is very much an ongoing event all around us. So this blessing in general, and speaking of creation, is about our experience of God in the natural world. The second blessing is Ahava Rabbah, a great love. And it speaks of just that, of the love between God and the people of Israel. This one focuses on the love of the Holy One for us. And God embodies that love. God presents that love most clearly and as an ongoing gift through Torah. Torah for the rabbis is the ketubah. It is the marriage document between God and us, the Jewish people. So Ahava Rabbah, a great love, is about that covenantal relationship, this ongoing marriage between us and the Holy One, and the gift of the Torah that is the manual, as it were, for that marriage. It's also a reminder that life is grounded in love. That life without love would be impossible. That it would be harsh beyond measure, really. So God's love, and since we're called upon to imitate God, our love and covenantal relationship with one another, within the Jewish people and as Jews, and I would like to believe love that extends to the rest of the creation too. After these two blessings, we have Shema. We'll come back to that in a moment. And then we praise God in the third blessing, which comes after Shema, as a blessing for Geulah, for God's power as a liberator, a power that makes for freedom. We sing the song at the sea because our going out of Egypt is one example, the dominant example in our tradition of God as a liberating force in history. So we see God in the natural world through creation. We see God in relationships through this gift of love and Torah. And we see God as the liberator of the oppressed. God is always on the side of the oppressed in times of struggle. God is a source of liberation, a power that makes for freedom. And in between all those things, we have Shema, because Shema is the reminder that even though we experience God in these three different ways, through the creation, through the gift of Torah, through love, and through liberation in history, those experiences are all of the same one, that God, the creator, God, the revealer, God, the liberator, are one and the same. So take a moment this morning and reflect on where you most experience the divine. Is it through creation, through the natural world? Is it through love and revelation? Is it through Torah study, through learning? Is it through relationships? Is it through liberation, through working for justice and seeing liberation in the world and committing to it? Where do you most feel the divine? How do you experience the divine, if you do, in each of these three areas? And where does that experience feel most powerful now? All these ways we experience the divine are bound together as we are bound with one another. All are one. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. We'll conclude with the counting of the Omer. For today, we focus on Shechina Shebegavura. Today is the final day of the week focused on Gavura, on divine strength, and this morning it is about imminent presence, about God being fully present, embedded within the strength to which we turn. From Rabbi Yael Levi. We are all channels for the holy, here to be of service. Our lives are our offerings. May we serve with humility and strength. Today we ask ourselves, in what ways do I need to be more rigorous with myself? In what ways do I need to be more gentle? What are the practices and the rituals that guide and sustain me? Hayom Arba'a Asar Yom Shehem Shnei Shavuot LaOmer. Today is the 14th day of the Omer.